obviously you come in right after playing in the G League. Did you have an expectation that you might get the call for some additional minutes tonight, or did it just kind of come in the course of the game?
No, I mean, I knew beforehand that I was coming in and getting some minutes, but I didn't know before I got the call to come. It came out of nowhere, so I was just always trying to stay ready to play and always keep my mind right.
With several vets out tonight, that was a group that probably hadn't played together yet. What were the things that you were trying to do on both ends of the court, given that you hadn't had any time with that group?
Just bringing energy. That's what my coaches have been telling me. Just come in, play smart, play my game, and play for my teammates. That's all. Just trying to do the right thing as a rookie is my main priority. So just going out there and trying to play right.
LeBron described opening night as kind of like a moment for you, and tonight was like extensive minutes. Can you even compare like your readiness now, 40 games in or so, compared to back in October?
Absolutely not. I feel like I'm a lot more prepared now. Again, just coming out and staying ready after the G League stint and the season being, down the road a little bit more. Just staying ready and coming in and playing smart.
Maxey might be the quickest guard in the league, or certainly in the top couple. What's the challenge that he presents, and what did you see out there on the floor with him?
You said it. He's a fast guard, amazing touch, can shoot it. I was trying to stand my ground, just trying to play as hard as I can, bring as much energy as I can.
What are the things that you've been focusing on in the G League that you hope to carry over to this side?
I'd say just keeping my aggression up, just trying to be aggressive every game and come out and play the right way. I know I do. So just coming here and bringing all the energy I can and playing the right way.
How much more have you felt like yourself in the G League as you've gotten more reps? And obviously the performances have followed.
A lot more. You said it, just reps. I feel like it's the biggest thing for me. So just coming in and playing as much as I can is really good for me.
Dalton, both JJ and LeBron were talking about the 3 games and 4 nights of back-to-back. Clearly a difficult circumstance, but not wanting to use that as an excuse. When you're having fatigue like that as a team, what are the things you try to do to break through it?
Just try to pick up the energy on the bench. I think especially on away games we won't have that crowd, but Laker fans travel, so it's good hearing them in the crowd, and also just has to start from the bench, bring that energy.
Yeah, what's the challenge without having AD there on the back line since he wasn't able to return tonight defensively for you guys?
Yeah, he's he protects the hoop. He is the best defender in the league. He's the best center. So having him out, especially early, hurt us early on.
You were able to find a rhythm both in the first half and the second half. Anything that you were seeing from the points you were getting your shots?
Nah, I was just shooting.
Well, you were named to the Rising Stars game. What does that mean to you, and how do you judge up to this point in your rookie season?
It means a lot. It's a good accomplishment, but at the same time, it's just a Rising Star game. I'm more focused on the season than anything.
You've gone from reserve role, starter, result. There's been many ebbs and flows to your season. Just how would you characterize, I guess, how you've pushed through and how you're trying to figure out your own game as a rookie for a team with real aspirations too?
Yeah, just try to, be the best version of myself on the court, being out there, spacing out the floor, shooting the ball, rebounding, and, just like that. And then just trying to learn off my vets, really. That's about it.
JJ was talking about the importance of the shell and just kind of making sure you guys are in the right spots on the weak side with a guy like Maxey, and that it wasn't always there tonight. What are the things within that shell that you guys have to be sharper on?
Just making sure we're there to help the next guy, especially Maxey's one of the quickest guards in the league, and he can shoot it from deep, so we got to press up, and then he's going to use the speed to get around us, so we just got to make sure we have each other's back out on the floor.
And first, just the obvious, AD goes out when you're up 20-17. Is there a mental part of him not being there that kind of accumulates during the game as well, or is that separate from what you have to do to find a way to win?
No, regardless of who's playing, we got to find a way to be better. Obviously, it sucks when one of your best players is not available, but got to find a way to be better.
Obviously, part of the game plan is, Maxey, he's fast, he's going to get to certain spots. What in the defensive shell wasn't there kind of behind when he was getting to the rim and kind of repeatedly getting over to that right side?
I think there was a lot. We weren't guarding it with 5 guys. We were kind of leaving guys on islands, and low man wasn't there. But can't really pinpoint one. I think it was way more than one.
When a team's fatigued physically and mentally and the mistakes start happening, what does it sort of feel like out there when it just seems like everything's going wrong?
I mean, it sucks. You can't feel like you can't get a good break, and every time you mess up, it feels like the other team executes on your turnover, on your missed box out, whatever it is that you don't execute. I feel like the other team takes advantage of that, and yeah, it's bad, but we got to be better.
Part of the challenge of 82 games is taking a disappointing loss and being able to bounce back from it. What do you think you guys need to do in Washington and New York to just get back right?
Go win both games. That's always the main goal. Every time we step on the court is to win, and that doesn't change just because we had a bad loss here. Yeah, go win. Oh, perfect. No more questions.
Right there.
Yeah, that's JJ, kind of the balance of acknowledging 3 and 4 nights back to back, but also not, settling for allowing mistakes and such and not following the game plan. How do you balance that as a player in a game like tonight?
I just don't think we were mentally sharp as we should have been tonight. We made too many mistakes. That simple.
AD leaves, I think. Yeah, good. AD leaves, I think you're up 20-17. As you know, things a lot more difficult without him. What did you try to do without him tonight, and what's the concern level moving forward?
I mean, when our best player goes out, it's always, challenging, especially in the game. If he's out from the beginning, then we have a game plan set. We know what to expect. We know what our lineup's going to be. But when AD goes down, or any one of our guys go down throughout the course of a game, it's just, it's tough. I didn't even realize it until the second quarter when he didn't come back in his regular minutes. And I looked over the bench, he wasn't over there, so I found it at halftime. But level of concern, I think it'd be fine.
That maybe some of the fatigue of the schedule and the travel could have contributed to the turnovers for not just you but for the team.
No excuse. We got to be better.
As you shift to Washington and New York to finish out this stretch of the trip, where does the concentration land?
You just got to be better. We can't make the same mistakes. We can't allow teams to get out, and we have too many turnovers tonight that resulted in too many buckets for them. I already said that we don't have a lot of room for error. So when we make errors, teams usually pay, or make us pay. So we got to be better. And it also starts with me, too, being one of the primary ball handlers.
LeBron, this has been a team, at least from JJ's perspective, where points emphasis have to be kind of hammered repeatedly.
Yep.
How much has turnovers and playing smartly been a point of emphasis lately?
That should be. That's the game. You look at all sports. When you make mistakes, the teams usually make you pay, and we just can't make mistake after mistake after mistake. And I think tonight we just countered it. We compound too many mistakes in a row. So it was hard to come back from that.
It seemed like guys were pretty frustrated. You looked a couple times felt like everything that was going wrong could. What was sort of the level of on-court frustration today?
It's frustrating when you want to play better, obviously. You want to play better and you want to give your best foot forward, and obviously when you don't do that, you get a little frustrated with it. But it's an opportunity to kind of look at the film and see the ways you can be better for the next game. Obviously, we don't play them again. I think that was our last time playing Philly. We did a good job of getting their hands on a lot of our loose balls, whatever the case may be, and turned us over. So you give a lot of credit to their defense as well.
Bronny got rotation minutes tonight. What did you see from him, and what growth have you seen from him throughout the season, especially in the G League?
I thought early on, I think he just played. I think he played well early on. Was able to get behind the defense on one and find Jackson for a dunk. That was good. Obviously missed his shots, but it's just about him just getting more and more comfortable. Obviously, it's just first extensive minutes, with us. We had that first game where it was just a moment, and that was a great moment. But tonight was his first opportunity to be with the big guys, with the big club, and he's going to continue to use that. Getting better and better, just like his first time when he played with the G League. As more and more opportunities you get, hopefully he does get more opportunities. But that's obviously out of his hands. But what he can't control is how he continues to work on his game and get better and better, which we've seen him do from the moment he entered that Minnesota game to today.
You guys have done a pretty good job in point of attack defense on guards over the last few weeks. How was Maxey able to get loose the way he was?
He's one of the most dynamic, fast guys in our league, and also them playing 5 out, definitely allowed him to crack a lot of our creases too. We did a good job early on with him, but as the game started going, he started hitting a lot of those mid-range step back twos. With Dan, we started push up on him, he started getting around, get to the free throw line. So he's very dynamic.
Last two.
I don't mean to take you away from your mindset on this game, but looking at it from a business standpoint, when you think of a guy like Junior Bridgman, he's accomplished off the court. What's the first thing that comes to mind for you?
That he didn't waste his time, just thinking about the game of basketball. He used the game of basketball to get to better places and, put himself in. He's always had a business mindset, and obviously, he loved the game because he got to this point, but then he used all the resources, the outlets, the connections that he met along the way and used it to his advantage, and he's built an unbelievable portfolio.
Last question.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, JJ, anything further on Anthony Davis at this point?
No. No.
You were up, I think, 2017 when he left. What did you see from that point on in the game?
The second quarter. I mean, look, 3 and 4 nights back to back. I'm not sure where our sort of collective brains were at. I understand the physical fatigue. We were a step slow all night on Maxey, particularly in that quarter. Talked pregame about having a compact shell. We were hugged up on our guys, not just on Maxey, on everyone. Talked about the guys that were heavy shift guys that we could be in a help position off of, and just just get to the basket, get to the basket, get to the basket, get to the basket. And then, I mean, frankly, you're not going to win a game if somebody takes 19 more shots than you and gets 8 more offensive rebounds. Like, we're throwing the ball everywhere. I think that is just, again, fatigue, mental and physical, just bad decision making and, poor execution, very unorganized throughout the game.
Games in 4 nights, this does happen in the NBA, but you balance kind of frustration with understanding of that in these settings.
You have to look at the big picture. The big picture is we're heading in the right direction and missing a bunch of key players. So,
prior to the time LeBron took some time away from the team, turnovers in high volume was kind of a recurring issue for him. Did you see anything tonight that was reminiscent of the same way he was getting those turnovers back then?
Yeah, certainly forced a couple. There was some Eric Gordon strip on him in the post, like good individual defense. We actually, believe it or not, we actually defended well for the second half and the first 8 minutes of the game. It was that last 4-minute stretch in the 12 minutes of the second quarter where we were just terrible defensively, and obviously the turnovers hurt that. But when we actually found something good in the second half, and then we just didn't execute it. And 2 of those turnovers that he had were on those plays. I'm not sure why the ball was passed the way it was, or why Max rolled the way he did. I mean, it was a very easy 4-on-3 to create, and again, I attribute that to just a lot of fatigue.
JJ, you went to Bronny in the first quarter instead of Shake or Cam. Why did you want to see a look at him there?
Yeah, just felt like on a back-to-back, just him giving us energy, I think, was the goal. I maybe put him in a tough spot, flying up yesterday and, nationally televised game and Philly, all that stuff. It's, he didn't play well, but he's been playing great in the Stay Ready games, and he's been playing great in the G. So I have confidence in him, but obviously didn't provide that at a high level.
The other thing too, I think I'm looking at it right here. Dorian and Jackson, I think, had like 9 fouls in 36 minutes combined. How much of an issue was the fouling for you guys tonight?
Dorian's 3 of his 4 were because we couldn't contain the basketball and nobody was in a shift, and he just came over to try to save a basket. So, he didn't have a lot of juice tonight either. I mean, we were searching for juice. We couldn't find any. Everything was dry.
You also eventually went to Cam. What were you looking for with him? He hadn't played in a few games.
Yeah, just felt like potentially just slowing down Maxey. We tried, I think, 5 different adjustments on him, none of which worked very well.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep.